In today's video, what we're gonna talk about is what Juneteenth means for Black entrepreneurs, and we're getting started right now. What's up, freedom builders? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about financial freedom, being able to leave your job, and what you should do as an entrepreneur as soon as you leave. I am Lamar Woods, your resident freedom/tech expert, and we are about to talk about Juneteenth. Just before I get into anything, let me give you a quick little backstory on Juneteenth. Juneteenth is a holiday that was created around Black independence. But there's actually more to the story than what people actually know. You see, the day that we actually are commemorating is actually 2 years after slavery was outlawed. Abraham Lincoln wrote the Emancipation Proclamation back in 1863. Most people think that that is what Juneteenth is. That's the day that we're celebrating. But no, it actually took 2 years after that for Black people to reach the Black Independence Day that we are celebrating today. People debate around exactly why that is. Whichever side you get into, whichever one you want to believe, it took 2 years before Black people actually became quote unquote free. Why am I using quotes, you might ask? Well, go ahead and watch to the end of the video and you will see what exactly the quotes mean. Spoiler alert on those air quotes, the actual reason why I quote is because, in my opinion, we are actually still enslaved today. We as Black people are on the bottom of the economic ladder here in America. Most of the Black community lives in between poverty and the lower middle class. That means we have the lowest paying jobs in the country. We have some of the lowest levels of entrepreneurship in the country. And we happen to also have some of the worst image of the country. If you go to anyone who's international, their image of Black people is that they are poor, that they are gangsters, that they are bad people generally. And why exactly do we have the image of bad people in foreigners' minds? It's because we can't control any of the narrative. We're struggling to control any of the narrative because we're struggling to just put food in our bellies and the clothes on our backs. So like I was saying, you are actually, if you are Black, the chances are that you are not free. And I'm going to make the case that there's only one real type of freedom. We were de-shackled back on the day that we commemorate with Juneteenth. But we were still enslaved. Another sort of shackle came on to the entire country. And it happened to affect the people with the least money, which happened to be who? Cricket, us. So what you need to understand is that as soon as actual slavery left, it created room for the true slavery that we have today, which is economic slavery. You don't have enough money to do what you want to do. You don't have enough money to stand up to people who you want to stand up to affect change in any way that you want. Most Blacks are in financial slavery. Most people and most Americans are still living paycheck to paycheck. And in the Black community, where our paychecks are the lowest in the country, we're doing everything we can. We're taking the worst jobs in the country to make the smallest amount to try and scrape by. So understand that there is more to being independent than just whether or not you're in a cage with a shackle. Right? The shackles are no longer physical, they're mental and they're financial. Now that we have talked about exactly how we are still enslaved, let me tell you about how exactly do we get out of this situation? Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the only way we will grow from this state of being enslaved. having our time enslaved, having our finances enslaved. The only way we grow out of this is by becoming entrepreneurs, by supporting Black entrepreneurs. So what does Juneteenth mean for Black entrepreneurs? It means that you are needed, you are required. Speaking of Black entrepreneurship, make sure you check out Woods&Tech, my software development company. At Woods&Tech, we specialize in mobile app development, but also help entrepreneurs get started with their Shopify stores and any other website that they need in order to get their business up and running. So if you are looking for that piece of technology that's going to take your business to the next level, make sure you reach on out to me and we can make something happen. Head to www.woodsandtech.com and we'll be able to set up a free consultation. All right, let's get back into the content. You want your brother, son, sister, spouse to be free? You need to bring in resources that allows you to make the decisions that you want to make. For us to move from this place that we're in, we need to step our finances up. And in order to step up our finances, we need to become entrepreneurs. And so you might say, Lamar, not everybody's an entrepreneur. Just because you quit your job does not mean I can. Well, it's entirely possible for you to support Black entrepreneurship, whether you want to pay or whether you want to work or whether you want to become an entrepreneur yourself. If you want to support Black entrepreneurship, then you should do it in one of these three ways. You should find Black products or services and go and spend your money with them. Or you should go work for a Black entrepreneur. Find a Black entrepreneur and see how you can help, see how you can add to the vision. And if none of those interest you, then you should think about being an entrepreneur yourself. If you are Black and you are trying to figure out a way that you can help the country, it will not be through a protest. It will not be through telling someone that you are owed anything. It will be through the hard work that you put in for yourself, for another entrepreneur, or for the products or services that you buy from Black entrepreneurs. You have the ability to help with the problem that is slavery still exists, and it exists on a major level for Black people. That is exactly what Juneteenth means for Black entrepreneurs. I am Lamar Woods, coming at you with more freedom than you can handle, more freedom than you can swallow, more than you can bite, more than you can swallow, and more than you can stomach. Come on back for the next video. We're gonna chat some more. Be free, my people. Bye. If you like this conversation around the state of the economy, the state of Blacks in today's economy, over on the Dr. Q YouTube page, we also have conversations with a group of Black entrepreneurs, and between YouTube and Facebook, we put out a video just about every week. So check out Dr. Q's YouTube and check out his Facebook so that you can always stay in the loop. Now let's get busy.